Okay. Oops. All right. So, Susie, do you want to start? Susie's got to run off to work right after this. So, she's going to start. And why don't you just give us, you can unmute yourself and just give us your aha moment, your favorite thing that you learned, whatever stood out to you most.
Okay. Okay, so what stood out to me the most was when Cami read the quote from I don't know what book, and I didn't get the whole quote, but it says, "In life we arrive to mountain tops and we think we have arrived, but God has higher mountains for us, and but sometimes Jesus will say, 'Hey, do you want to go to that mountain?' And I'm just crazy enough to follow him there. But I expect a bridge to just magically appear to the next mountain, and um like Indiana Jones, and I picture myself just running through it. But Jesus says, 'Did you know bridges are man-made?'" So that's the only part I got out of the quote, and honestly that blew my mind, because like a lot of us feel like we could just run and do this, but it's not like that. Like, we have to work for what we want, and it won't be as easy, and like it will get difficult at times, but we just have to just keep on going. And then another one was, I don't know her name, but it was at the ambassador speeches. And she said, "God, who am I to deserve this?" And then God said, "Who am I to not bless you?" So it was like, wow, like sometimes a lot of us feel like we don't deserve what this company has to offer. And it's just, as long as we work, like we deserve anything, and God will bless us as long as we're doing the work and putting the effort in. And those two quotes just blew my mind, and like it really made me change the way I look at things and the way I work, because it really is just up to us. And as long as we do what we have to do, our six list every day, and just work hard, like God will bless us. And it won't be easy. Like the quote said, bridges are man-made. So we have to make those in order to get to on top of the mountain and just get what we deserve, you know?
Yeah, God made the valleys in between the mountains. So we have to expect that, we can't just go from this mountain to this mountain. We're going to have to go through the valley, and it sucks, but it's good. That's where, you learn and you self-develop, and you can't get to that higher mountain without learning more, doing self-development and all that stuff. So, okay, did you buy your ticket to conference already?
I have not. I'm planning on buying it before the end of September, by the end of the month.
So you're planning on going.
Yes, I am going.
Okay, so why are you going?
Because I was just told that conference is going to change your business. And I'm just excited to learn more. And I'm just ready to get everything started and just help out other lives. And I'm excited.
Yay! I'm so excited for you to go there. Okay, if you are on here and you went to Green Carpet, can you put a 1 in the chat so it's easy for me to just go through names? Jenny, I want to call on you next. Thank you, Susie. Have a good day at work.
Thank you.
Jenny, I'm going to call on you next. You can unmute yourself and just tell us your favorite parts of Green Carpet, your aha moments, and all that. Hold on, I can't hear you. Let me mute everybody else. Hold on. Okay, try now. No, I can't hear you. We might have to come back to you. I can't hear anything you're saying. Yes, this is recording. No, I can't hear you, Jenny. We'll come back to you, okay? Okay. All right, Katie, you're up, girlfriend. Hold on, let me
Can you
mute.
guys hear me?
Yes.
Because I've never really done this with headphones.
I can hear you perfectly. Take it away.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So I am from St. Louis, and this was my actual first event with It Works. I started back in January, and was not able to get to conference, but was told that I need to get to every event that I can possibly get to. So Green Carpet was my first event, and let me tell you, it was amazing. It literally has changed how I'm feeling overall. It's changing how I'm doing my business every day. And the big takeaways from me from Green Carpet were that one, we all have our life that we go through. I mean, we all have issues. We all have family problems or personal problems or all of that. So you're not alone. Like that was a big thing. Like you are not alone. Like this company, these friends that you're making, they're all going through the same thing. And it's okay to have that life. Like it's okay to have those problems because you will get through them. And this company helps you by, focusing on your self-development. Who would really, if you weren't in this company, in this business, would you pick up a self-development book? Like, would that be something that you guys do? Like I was not doing any of that. And so not only is this helping you to like make money for your family and do what you want, but it's also helping you grow as a person. And so listening to all of the stories about how everyone goes through things like was amazing to me and made me feel that I'm not alone anymore. Like I'm just, it just in a sense of belong. I could go on and on, like a sense of belonging. Like I have friends here home, but they all have kids running around or they all have sporting events to get to and things like that. And, it's just Jack and I, and having friends that have a common thing about like this business, like we all have a common goal to make money, to feel better. And this, you can go here and feel that. And when I walked into Green Carpet, just the energy, like everyone being super excited, everyone being super stoked to learn, everyone knowing that we all belong in that room together, the overall sense of just like, holy crap, I want to do really good and I want to be a better person. And if this is a third or a fraction of what conference is what I hear. I mean, you guys, it's going to be mind blowing, like ridiculous for change. And that's what I'm here for. I'm not here just to, help others and get money for my family. Like I'm here for myself too. And I think it's so important that you guys all know that too. Like this is for your overall good being. I don't even know if that's a word. But so that was a good aha moment, is knowing that I'm not alone. And then also stop with the comparing. Like we all compare. You guys, I started in January. I haven't even hit Ruby yet. Like I haven't hit Ruby. And so it takes time. Just be consistent and don't get down on yourself. Don't get mad at yourself. It's okay. We all take our own path. And when you get there, you get there. You celebrate the small steps. You got a DT, freaking jump up and down. You got a loyal customer, go out and scream it. That's fine. Do your own pace and be you, and everything else will follow. And that's what I got.
Yes, that was so good. So one thing that reminded me of was, I don't remember I think it was Lauren Casmatis, maybe. I don't remember. They were like, you feel like you think your life is boring? Well, stop being boring. Get excited. Like Katie said, you get an LC, you jump up and down and you post about it and you pretend like it was the biggest win of your entire life, because it is a huge win. And that excitement is going to bring so much more energy to your life and to your business. That was awesome. So you're going to conference.
I am. I got my ticket that Saturday when they said tickets are for sale. You bet your butt I got that. And I will make money back from selling samples. I will sell crap around the house. You guys, who's got stuff around the house you don't use? Sell it. Have a garage sale. Done.
Yes. So good, Katie. Thank you. Okay. Nicole, you are up next, girl. Just mute yourself, Katie, and then unmute yourself, Nicole. And all right, what was your biggest aha moment, your favorite part? Just tell us what your takeaways were.
So I sat down to write this about 2 hours ago, And I thought I was just gonna write a few, but I ended up coming up with a bunch. But I think other than like the hands-free Instagram, like that's been a total game changer for me. That has helped me so much. But I don't remember if this was Pam or Allie that said this, but I know it was at the house, not at the actual green carpet. They said if you built it once, you can build it again, but you're better now because you know how. Talking about losing rank, and that spoke to me because I built up my chart. I'm only like 4 away from diamond, and everybody quit underneath me. And so that's just kind of been repeating in my head. If I've built it once, I can do it again. It's actually the second time I've had to build, but um, I'll get. And then uh, posting when I get stuck now on thinking of what to post, I will go back and I will think of something that happened in my childhood or, before that was like really impacting me. And then I'll tell my thoughts and feelings about it. And then I'll somehow incorporate that into because of it works. And another one was if it's important to you, it should go on your schedule. Sometimes I am guilty about putting this on the back burner because something in life is going on and I need to learn how to put this above some of the things because this is what can prevent some of those things that are going on. So that's pretty much the top ones, I think. Oh, and it's not the money, it's what the money gives you. That was a good one too.
Yes. One thing when you talked about posting, it reminded me, somebody had said, okay, write down, where is it? Hold on. They said to write down like 30 things that you want, 30 things you want to do, and 30 things something else. And it was like, okay, there you go. Those are your posts. That's like 90 days worth of posts. So if you can just take the time to sit down and be like, okay, what do I want and how do I want to feel? And just start writing, so many things are going to come to your head. And that
And
comes.
at the house, sorry. And at the house, when Pam and Kay came to see us, and Kay was talking about journaling, like journaling is something that's helped me a lot. But at the same time, most of the time when I'm journaling, I'm pretty much bitching at myself. Like I'm complaining the entire time about what's going wrong. And so when she said don't use trigger words, that like when I journaled this morning, it was like a completely different feeling. Like I was more happy instead of relieved, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really great. That's amazing. So are you going to conference?
I am working on it.
Why are you planning on going?
Because I've missed 2. And like I know whenever they said, I don't remember what the percentage was, but when they were talking about people that go to conference are more likely to promote faster, that was one thing. And then, I've watched 2 conferences go by and I haven't been able to go. And just from watching on video and live stream and stuff like that, I want to be in there. I want to be part of that. And then staying at the house with you guys, like I feel like I came back home a completely different person. Like I am just a whole new person. Like way more outgoing and stuff like that. So I want to go so bad.
You guys, I knew Nicole's name. I've seen it in our team page. I've seen it on Facebook, but I didn't really know this girl. And we stayed in the house together, and like all these people that are talking, we got to hang out and we went to the event together. We ate together, all these things. And like before, I didn't know these girls. Like I knew Susie and Jenna because they're under me, but all these other people, I didn't know who they were. And to be honest, I'm like, that sounds so bad saying this. And I'm like, sometimes I'm like, God, you're a selfish person, Taylor. But I didn't really like care at first because I'm like, okay, well, like I didn't join for friends. That's not what I joined for. I joined for money. But now being in this as long as I have and being able to go to conference last year and go to this event and actually stay with people that I didn't even know. Oh my gosh, you guys, these friends are better than any other friend, any friends that you have. Like,
Yeah.
I can't, it's hard to explain. But okay, that's awesome. Next person, Jenna, are you there? Sorry, I forgot to call on you first. Okay, Jenna, I unmuted you. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Let me go to my room. I might have pizza sauce on my face because I just inhaled some pizza, so I could be ready to do this. Okay, let me shut my door so the dog still pummel me. Okay, I am ready.
Okay, so what was your biggest takeaways from Green Carpet? What was your aha moments? What was your favorite thing? What do you want to share with us?
Okay, so I'm just going to go off the top of my head. I didn't write anything down or plan this, so I'm just going to let it go out. So my first aha moment was one of the panels. They were saying that to be real, raw, and vulnerable. And I'm just like digging into my life and like, what have I been through that other people would relate to? And like, honestly, like I've been through a lot of crap. So I started posting about that and people really have been responding. So that's one of those things that I had no idea, like maybe I'm in this so I can make a difference. Maybe I'm like able to reach out to someone who's maybe been through something similar or going through it now. Like maybe they need some help and I can be that person, you know? My next one is, I believe it was Allie who said it. There's just so much information from this weekend, but it was looking back at your little valley that you came off of, or little mini mountain. You can't look back at that because you're about to come up a really huge like avalanche of a mountain. And personally, like I fell hard after Emerald. Like I fell hard, like my complete downline just like quit on me. And I kept trying to get like, I need to get back to that. I need to get back to that. And honestly, like maybe I was meant for more. And like, that was just not my stopping point. Like I need to go all the way. And now I'm like thinking I need to be triple diamond in March. And what's stopping me? Like, there's nothing to stop me, honestly. It's just myself that's in the way. And I think that if I can just be consistent and be vulnerable and tell people my story and see how much I can help them, like that's everything, you know? And let me see. There's so much. I guess I'll just piggyback on like the friends thing. I've seen these people's like names all over Facebook and I've never talked to any of them. And they become like my new BFFs and I'm so excited about it. Like Keisha and Taylor, like I'm so close to them now. Like I'll talk to them about just about anything, probably more than any other friend I have because, you know, in life you grow up and everyone moves away after college, you know? So it's just been really great. And like I don't think I've ever felt this, I guess, positive and filled with love and passion before this past weekend. I went to conference, I ranked up, it was amazing, but this Green Carpet changed my life. Like I came home, like I wanted to tell my husband absolutely everything. So we got on Pinterest and we created a dream board together because I told him like, I wasn't meant to stop at like Emerald. Like I meant for so much more, like how much we can do with this. And then we're talking about like things that we both love. We love animals and just thinking like, why can't we just, you know, quit our jobs, live this life of amazingness and start fostering animals and like giving our time to them. It was just, it's crazy to think that that's even a possibility because I didn't even think that was for me. Like I thought it was like, one day I'll be rich, but I didn't really know or how I was going to actually get there. And it kind of showed me like, wow, like this is a possibility. This is real life, y'all. Like this is happening.
Somebody said, I said to myself, I'm never going to be broke another day in my life because we have the choice. Mm-hmm. And this is the vehicle, you guys. Like you are sitting in the vehicle right now to take you from here all the way up to the top, and you're going to go through the valleys in between every single one, but this is the vehicle and it's your job to drive it hard. So, okay. Are you going to conference?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to be triple diamond in March. So I'm definitely going. We're going hard. We're taking you to presidential, duh.
And, what would you say to somebody who feels like, maybe they've only been in the business for 3 months or maybe like less than 3 months and they just like don't understand it. They don't see it yet. What would you say to them? What would you say to tell them they need to be at conference?
Honestly, like it was a game changer. Like I was the same way and I just signed up just because my upline told me to. so I'm like, you need to put your faith in maybe your upline, or maybe me listening to me right now. Like, it's going to change your life. Like, you think it's not a possibility in your future, it's going to be. Like, you need to put your faith in this and let it go. Like, it's happening for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Jenna. Okay, you can mute yourself. That was so good. Bye. All right, Dawn, are you there? Do you have anything to share? I see that. I can't see your face, but I thought I would ask. Oh, I lost you. Dawn.
I'm driving right now, so I'm really just kind of listening.
Do you want to share anything, or you just want to keep listening?
I would say the one thing that I would probably share about green carpet was just it really just drove home the importance of having a belief system, you know, and just, you know, you hear people talk all the time about there are limitless opportunities to do whatever you want with this business, but, you know, I think this green carpet, probably more than any that I've been to, and even conference per se, just really kind of drove that home, you know, that, hey, you're meant for more. You have a vehicle. You just got to believe you can, you know. And, you know, during the meeting on Sunday, I talked about that a little bit. The whole I can principle, you know, because the only thing that keeps us from doing what we envision ourselves doing in this business is ourselves. You know, we're the only person that can put limits on us, you know, and it's just I'd say it just really kind of clicked for me. All right, time to, you know, kick butt and take names, because that's how you're wired, and quit putting limits on yourself, you know, and that just really kind of did wonders for me, you know, from that perspective.
Yes, absolutely. What would you tell someone who's saying they feel like they can't afford to go to conference?
Well, I would say, you know, just because I'm kind of that guy, I would say, can you afford to be broke 5 years from now? You know, I mean, that's how important it is. You know, for lack of a better word, this may be your fork in the road. You know, that determines how the next decade of your life's going to look. And all you have to do is decide, you know what? I was meant for more. This chapter of my life is going to look different from this point on. Just do it. I mean, and there's so many creative ways to afford it, and your upline is going to help you think of those creative ways to make it affordable. It's just a matter of, you know what? Do I want a different chapter? You know, bottom line, is this the story that I want? The way my life is right now. And if it's not, you got the power to do something about it. I mean, it's really just that simple. But yet, people make the mistake of thinking simple is easy. No, it's not easy. It's work. Hard dang work. But who would you rather work hard for? Somebody else or yourself? You know, I mean, that's kind of my take on it.
Dawn, that was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I'll mute you so you can stay hands-free. Drive safe.
Thank you.
Okay, that was great. You guys, you just have to do it. Last year was my first conference, and I was so afraid. You guys, like, if you asked my husband, Scott, the week before, I was freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know these people. I'm going to stay in a hotel room, and I met this girl online. Like, what if she's crazy? I don't know. Like, yeah, I talked to her on the phone, but I don't really know her. And I was just, like, so nervous of what was going to happen, or, like, you know, like, I didn't know what to expect. And you can expect to go in. If you never met anybody, it's fine. You're going to be fine. Everybody is like going to be the nicest person that you've ever met in your life. Everyone's going to be so excited that you're there with them. And you're going to go into a training on Friday all day. You're going to be wiped out, and it's going to be like so mind-blowing of, you know, from all of the things that you're going to learn. You're going to go into a training on Saturday, mind blown again from all of the things that you're going to learn. They're probably going to announce something crazy like a promotional thing, and you're going to want to get to work with all of your friends. And there's going to be the biggest fire lit under your butt that you've ever had lit. And it's not like watching at home, because I've watched an event at home and I didn't feel nowhere near the same than it is being there. Something about the energy and being around all of the people that want something, the same thing that you do. It's really, really life-changing. Okay, Keisha, you can unmute yourself and tell us.
Hey, girl.
Hey, tell us your favorite parts of Green Carpet and just whatever you want to share with us about it.
Okay, you can hear me okay? First time doing it with AirPods. Okay. So Lauren Kazmatis, she was on stage and it was super hilarious. She said like a variety of things, but one of the things that kind of stuck out to me, she was like, sometimes I don't feel like wiping a baby's butt, but I still have to do it. And that's the same thing with your business. You still have to do it. And it's just the thing of doing it when you can. And I hate it when people say like, I can't do this business because I don't have time. And it's like, do you really not have time to focus on your goals and to be where you want to be? Because I know for a fact that I work 10-hour shifts every single day, and I have 2 kids that are 2 and 3, and my fiance works an opposite shift than me, and I'm still able to put this business in throughout my day. So it's like, are your dreams really worth giving up on, or is your why just not big enough? And so that was one of the things I took away. And then she said, Kay, Pam Souter's daughter, she came by, and she basically said like to manifest your business. And that was kind of something that I was like, oh, well, I really don't like journaling, and it just never was really my thing. But she said, and so did Allie, like manifest your business and talk about like things where you want to be and write them down as if you're already there. And so saying stuff like, my team is on fire, even if you don't have a team underneath you, like manifest that, bring that to life, act like it's already there, and it will come and it will prosper with you. And do that every single day. Like I write down, I have like 21 affirmations / manifestations that I write down every single day since I got back. And then one big thing that I took away, like we cried a lot one of the days that we were there, and it was absolutely nuts because I'm not a freaking crier. And so we were just like bawling our eyes out, and it was simply just seeing that like, I'm not alone. I have all these amazing friends that, you know, like Nicole, I only saw her every now and again on Facebook, and we messaged like, oh yeah, you're going, I'm going, okay, awesome, see you there, kind of thing. And then once we were there, like we made such a big friendship. And then same with like Katie, never really met her in person. I met her while I was there, and I was like, who are you? When she hugged me, like I didn't even really remember her from Facebook. Like her pictures didn't really align, and I was like, hold on a second. And she was like one of the best friends that I made there. So it was honestly just like so amazing to like see I'm not alone. I made all these amazing friends, and just like seeing that we all have self-limiting doubts and just putting them all out there, what's holding us back and what we say negatively to ourselves, and letting it all just go.
Yeah, that was so good. I was not expecting to cry either. On Sunday when we were talking, we're like, I don't know, we had to talk about like this. The first thing that we had to talk about was like our struggles. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden I'm like crying because the person next to me is struggling with something and I'm struggling with it too. And I'm like, oh my God, let's just cry together. It was crazy. But okay, so you're going to conference, yeah?
Duh.
Well, what if somebody's on here and they're still like, I'm not sure. What do you want to tell them?
Well, if it's money, I would say I joined November 8th of 2018, so last year.
And everybody was like, go to conference, go to conference. And I was like, absolutely not. I joined this business for money, not to spend money on going on some silly conference. And everybody just kept saying, go, 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 you have to go. So 2 weeks before conference, I pulled out a loan. I bought my conference ticket and paid for my flight, paid for my half of an Airbnb with an absolute stranger that was in this business. And now we're like the best friends. And apparently she lives like right in my area. And so I made a friend. B, I pulled out, I paid it all off with fast start bonuses. And from going there, there's like, again, friendships. And there's nothing like being at versus like watching like a live event. There's just something that does not click the two. You have to be there to catch the momentum. And it's something about like being there in person and with everybody. You're surrounded with like-minded people and nobody's you are. And then all of a sudden they start drawing all these bombs and it's like, oh, promos on kits and new products and like, who knows what they're going to come out with this year. But it's just like, man, green carpet it wasn't even like a third of what conference was when I went this year. So it was like, you know what? I already know they've been hyping us up about something. They keep saying something's going to come, like the bomb is about to drop. And we're going to explode. And if you're not going, then you're just going to be left behind because we all hopping on the train and we is riding out of town with a huge explosive and massive promotions. So it's just like, you have to be there. There's crazy momentum. Right after my first conference, I went Ruby and it was honestly life-changing because I was able to hit Ruby and leave a job that I was absolutely miserable at for 4 months and take some time off to be with my kids during the summer. So
yes, I'm trying to think of something to compare conference to. And I'm almost like, the closest thing I can think of is like your absolute favorite boy crush band, your concert, and like you're up in front, but it's still not comparing it. It's like 10 times better than, I don't know.
I feel like it's like that, like going to your absolute favorite celebrity's concert, feeling like all pumped up and revved up and everything. But then also it's almost like being on the Superman at Six Flags and you get off and you're like all shaking and everything. Like at the end of the thing, we were like, me and Claudia, we were sitting next to each other and we were like, oh my God, is there seriously more? There cannot be more. I can't take anymore. I just want to go back to the Airbnb and I just want to work. And it was just like explosive.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I love it. Thank you, Keisha, for sharing.
No problem.
And it reminded me of something. Oh, my conference last year was my first conference. And she said, where she was going into it. She joined in the end of November, took out the loan, whatever, paid for everything, went Ruby right after conference. The statistic that somebody on here had just said about ranking up, I think it was Nicole, if you attend a conference, you are 4 times more likely to rank up than those who don't. I believe that's what it was. And like my check going into conference and 2 months later tripled. Can you imagine right now your check tripling just in 2 months? Like that is what is possible. There's so much that's possible. Okay, Jenny, let's try you again. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself. Let's see if we can hear you. No. What the heck? It's your computer. I don't know what it is. It's okay. When we put the recording in, you can comment on our on the post what your takeaways were. Okay. Alrighty. So hopefully, for those of you who haven't bought your ticket yet, hopefully this kind of put some fire under your butt and just showed you a little bit what an event can do. Did I miss anybody? Patty, do you want to share anything? I don't know who else. I think I got everybody. No. Okay. But if you haven't bought your ticket yet, what are you waiting for? Buy the ticket and figure out the details later. Okay, buy the ticket, and I personally will help you find somebody to room with. Okay. I personally will help you figure out which flight is the cheapest. Like, we're going to figure it out. You just have to make the decision and go buy the ticket right now. And, you know, you spend $250 to buy the ticket, hurry up and do it before it goes up $100. It's $250. You get 5 half off new DT codes. Fast start every single one of those DTs, and that's $500. You just made it back. You just doubled it. Okay. And then you can use that towards your hotel or your Airbnb or whatever you're going to get. Okay. If you have bought your ticket, or right when you do buy your ticket, get with your upline and figure out what you're doing for rooming, because hotels do book up very fast. So if you bought your ticket, I would find your hotel or your wherever you're rooming quickly. Just make sure somebody has it. Even if you guys have to stay like 5 people, 6 people, 7 people in a room, it's fine. They have extra blankets, they have cots, they have rollout stuff. Like, it's going to work out. We'll figure it out. Figure it out as a team. You're not alone in this. Okay. So get your ticket. Green carpet was amazing. Pretty much my takeaways, everything that was said, it was a lot about self-development. My biggest thing was, a few people had said it, you know, you're at this mountain and you keep, you know, you feel like, okay, I'm just supposed to go to the next mountain, but there's not bridges to go there. God didn't make bridges. He made valleys. He made valleys for a reason, because when you get in the pit, what are you going to do to get yourself out? Only you can get yourself out. And that's you turning to God and him turning to him and saying, I need your help through this. And then you reflecting on yourself and saying, okay, what do I have to do to get there? And that's self-development, you guys. Self-development is so big. We're getting paid to do self-development. That's what this is. And it's not just business development. It's not just watching YouTube videos from Cheyenne Knox and seeing what messages she's using. That's not personal development. It's you figuring out how you can be a better person, a better leader, a better you. And you know, you're not going to get to the top of this business. You're not going to get to whatever your goal is, emerald, diamond, by trying to be like somebody else. It's not going to work. It's going to suck and you're going to be miserable. You have to be you. You have to figure out how to be the best you, because this world needs you. This business, your team needs you. They don't need you trying to be like your most favorite ambassador. And because they're going to see that, they're going to see through that, and you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. Okay. I've been in this business before, and I tried to do things like other people, and it drained me. That was part of the reason why I quit the first time, because I just didn't feel like myself. I felt gross. When I came back the second time, I said to myself, okay, I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to be me. So if someone is telling me to send a certain message and it doesn't feel right to me, it doesn't feel like me, like I don't say whatever. If you don't say, hey girl, don't say, hey girl. Okay. You have to figure out how to be the best you. We need you. Be your authentic self. Yes. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. I'm so excited for conference, you guys. It's going to be a freaking blast. Oh, I wanted to say one more thing. Hold on. I wrote it down. Okay. So I hope you had pen and paper and you were like taking notes during that. But if you don't, go get pen and paper, because we're going to write down some goals, because I'm sure a lot of us came back from that event, or you're just sitting here right now and you're like, great, that's super inspirational, but now what? Like, I'm kind of lost. What do I do? So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to write down my 3-month goal, my 6-month goal, and then my 9-month goal. So if you have your pen and paper, just write that down. 3-month goal, and that means by December 31st, what do you want to have accomplished? And maybe it's not a rank. Maybe it's not that you hope to get to diamond. Maybe it's like that you know, your box for diamond. Or maybe it's that you have, 2 legs of your chart ready for triple, or, whatever it is. And then your 6-month goal, that will be March 30th, 31st, whatever it is. And then your 9-month goal would be for June 30th. So write out those 3 goals, where you want to be, Maybe it's an income goal. Maybe it is a rank, whatever it is. Maybe it's like something like, you know, you want a new car, you know, something like that. And then start with your 3-month goal, go back to it and break it down. What are you going to do from now until December 31st? So it's almost October 1st. We have like 4 more days. So what are you going to do in between October 1st and October 15th? Those 2 weeks. And then what do you need from October 15th to the 31st? And then November 1st through the 15th, and the 15th through the 31st, and then the same thing through December. So that you know exactly where you need to be every 2 weeks in order to hit that goal. So then you can say, I'm slacking. Shoot, I'm slacking. And it's not you adjusting your goals, or maybe it is you adjusting your goals, because, you know, sometimes we put a deadline on a goal, and it's great because we want to be able to push ourselves and strive for that. But if we don't hit it, it's not the end of the world. You don't suck. You didn't fail. Maybe you just need some more time. Maybe you need to do some more self-development. Maybe, you know, you were in the valley and something's there that you're missing. You need to get one more tool from the valley before you make your way up, because you don't want to get halfway up and then start sliding back down. Okay. So that's your homework. Don't forget, Sunday, we have our family call. Have an awesome weekend, you guys. I will post this as soon as it uploads onto my YouTube. I'll post it in the comments of our